There are two figures in art that are very commonly confused one for the other, mostly sculpture. And these two figures are Shakyamuni Buddha and Akshobhya Buddha. Now, really the confusion arises because of the Vajra Scepter, the hand attribute, and the symbol for Vajrayana Buddhism. The Vajra is often placed in front of Shakyamuni Buddha sculpture on the flat platform of the lotus seat or the throne, immediately in front of Shakyamuni Buddha. Now, what this represents is that he reached enlightenment at a place called Vajrasana, which is now known as Bodhgaya, Bihar, India. So this is very common in art. Now, the confusion arises because of Akshobhya Buddha. Now, Akshobhya Buddha, even though he does appear in some Mahayana sutras, he is primarily a Vajrayana figure who is part of or belongs to the group of the five symbolic Buddhas, sometimes called the five cosmic Buddhas, and very important in Tantric theory and the construction of a mandala and the four quarters and the center, so the four directions and the center of the mandala. Now, Akshobhya Buddha typically is blue in color and holds an upright Vajra in the left hand, placed in a sort of a meditation posture, his left hand, and his right hand is in the same gesture as is common for Shakyamuni Buddha when he is portrayed as if at Vajrasana or Bodhgaya at the time of reaching enlightenment, just prior to reaching enlightenment, calling the earth to witness that he would reach enlightenment that night. So, because the Vajra is placed commonly in front of Shakyamuni, then some people get confused and then they think that, well, if there's any Vajra anywhere in any sculptural depiction of a Buddha, then it must be Akshobhya. And this is simply not true. Now, also with Shakyamuni Buddha, we can find depictions, sculptural depictions, where he could be on a lotus atop a throne, a square throne. And then the front of the throne could have the emblem of a Vajra standing upright. And then again, this is often confused for being Akshobhya incorrectly. If Akshobhya is holding the Vajra in the left hand, standing upright, then that's going to be always Akshobhya. There are no Shakyamuni Buddhas that hold a Vajra in his hand in this seated posture. Now, there are other Buddhas that can hold a Vajra. Not very common in art, or not common enough that you would notice, and they would typically be in paintings, often more than sculpture. And these are two particular Buddhas from the set of the 35 Confession Buddhas, where two of them actually hold a Vajra as well. Now, in painting, we don't usually have a problem, because in painting, also the Buddhas can have different colors. Akshobhya is blue, Shakyamuni is sort of lifelike or golden in color. Like a mountain of gold, as it's described in literature. So we don't have to worry about these other miscellaneous Buddhas that are not commonly found. But Akshobhya and Shakyamuni are two that are commonly misattributed, misidentified because of this Vajra situation. So Vajra in front of the seat of the platform, the lotus platform that the Shakyamuni Buddha sits on, always represents Shakyamuni. Akshobhya has to hold the Vajra in his hand. That's really the difference, and that's what we have to be mindful of.